I'm not the best drone flyer in the world. I admit that. I'm probably the second best drone crasher in the world, though. I can really mm, run into some things, even without trying. So today I decided I would go out and try to get some practice, a little bit of close quarters. There's some trees around, tall grass, a barn, but I wanted to get some video of my goats. And I wanted to see how they'd respond to the drone flying around over them. They were not real fond of it. They started off by doing a little fighting there. You can see them kind of sparring around a little bit. And then as the experience continued, they started running around and trying to hide from the drone. And, it was kind of cute. It was good to be able to, follow them around. It was also a good experience for them to know, oh, there we go, there's another crash. It was a good experience for them to know that the thing wasn't going to actually chase after them or hurt them. So it started off as a sort of a good day for all. I do. There's another crash. I do get some good video of the goats eventually standing in the corner watching me, watching them. But this day turned out to be more of a crash in the barnyard day. And again, you learn from everything you do. So this was, a good learning experience. I didn't, you know, land this in a tree that would, mock me as I go to feed the goats, because I couldn't get the drone down, from the tree, or I didn't land on top of the barn, or any of the obstacles that were the most obvious. The road, I didn't crash into the road, but I did do a lot of crashing, and so my my plan for showing all these crashes. Oh, look at the bugs. My plan for showing all these crashes was because, well, people watch NASCAR for the crashes, so maybe I'll enjoy seeing the crashes that I experienced with my drone. Plus, it's a good way to show my goats off a little bit. They're big guys. I'm proud of them, and I do get some good images of them here in just a few minutes. But overall, this is just probably a crash video. And you see they finally got over in this corner and decided that under that tree was probably a safe spot to hide out. There I am. They figured, I guess, I wasn't getting under the trees with the drone, so maybe if they hung out under a tree, they'd be safe. It's very smart. Some smart goats. And with all the obstacles around, I'm really surprised that I didn't crash more.
Not my biggest fans right now.
The drone I'm flying is a H8D, and it's not the fanciest drone in the world, but it does a good job and takes a hit pretty well. It has some good video capabilities. These guys are not very clear, but I mean you can tell they're two goats standing there, and when the drone is up high, you can see a long distance, and so those are both good things. And like I said, it takes a hit and keeps on ticking, and that's sort of what I need. Mm. This is actually my second drone. My first drone, did cease to exist on this planet. I'm sure it's still out there somewhere, but I've yet to find it. And I don't know where it was the last time I saw it, but I've looked and I've looked and I've looked, and I've never been able to find its little body. It's been a couple of years now. There's another one, and I've still not found it. So I haven't given up hope, but it just seems less and less likely that I'll find it. So I've been trying to do a better job of keeping this drone close. I didn't want to have a problem like I did with the last one, and lose it. I mean, drones are not cheap, and they're a lot of fun, so I don't want to keep losing them. It always happens that you're never recording when you get your best video. When something's there that you want to see, you're never recording, or you don't have your camera with you or whatnot. And that's the way it was today. After this video of swirling around, I lost sight of the drone there, and I just twirled around a couple of times and then brought it back. Thought I'd be clever, and so I decided after this crash that I would stop, that I would go out to the center of the pasture and try to be a little bit safer, and then it didn't quite work out that way. This next video is a repeat from a previous day. This is where I lost my drone, out in the middle of all those trees. Yes, that's the last scene I saw of it before it dropped out of the sky into those trees. And then somehow I remarkably found it.
Way to go, big guy. Way to go. That's so awesome. You did so great. You did so great.